going on, everybody? Happy Friday. What does that look for?
A sneeze snuck up
Oh,
on me.
you're gonna sneeze?
It's hovering around my face.
Okay. The flight was excellent, without question. And I mean, as far as it was a crash landing, I wouldn't say it was a crash landing, but when I went to flare, that wing being a Class A wing, it takes a hell of a lot more brake pressure to level out or even turn, for that matter. I didn't play like I didn't post the whole video, but a lot of times I was turning and I'm really pulling to get it to turn, which it makes the wing safer, but it's a lot harder to turn and to flare with. Hey, Junior. I know you can't hear me. Hi, he can see though. Hi. Can you wave? Let's see if he'll wave.
He sees you.
Hey.
He's being all shy.
He is being, he's like, man, I'm on camera. What am I doing? Turtle. Well, so what happened was, when I did come into land, I kind of was on my feet and then went a little bit down on my right knee. And then the wing started coming down. And as soon as that happened, oh, he's waving now. As soon as that happened, the whole weight of the motor hit me, and that's when I just flipped over backwards. I literally was a turtle. I mean, when you're laying there like that with that thing strapped to you, you can't get up. There's no way. I mean, now I could sit there and unstrap everything and then eventually get up, but I really don't think it's the fact that I gotta have a trike, Dolores. It's more about learning the caveats to that wing. If it would have been the Charger wing, I knew how it worked. I would have nailed that landing, no problem.
It just depends on.
Well, I mean, the Charger has a much more sensitive control, and it's very light to the touch. I could have flared easy. That one, I was pulling really hard just to level out. No, didn't hurt the prop.
Just his pride.
The good thing about that cage that's on the back of the Paramotor, if y'all saw from any of the photos, it has a double hoop. So that second hoop is actually further than the prop. So when I fell over backwards, all I was laying on was the cage. The prop wasn't touching the ground whatsoever. Now, if I'd have been on like a island or something, of dirt, then the prop could have got pushed on it, but
your camera's doing that zooming in, zooming out.
Oh, my bad. I did the wave thing, didn't I? All right.
Give me a Dolores motion sickness.
There we go. I fixed it. How come they don't make it so that proposition closed and make a cage so that you can't damage it so easy?
Jazzy, wait.
It is mostly about weight, and I've thought about that a lot myself.
We knew
Why don't
what
they
you meant.
close it in? But it's getting maximum horsepower out of the thing, and they don't want to completely close off the cage, apparently. I don't know. And as far as okay, Jazzy. I think the wing could probably use a little tweaking as far as me moving the knots up and down. Corey, was thanking me so much for, hey, Harry. Corey was thanking me a lot for helping him get his motor started because his motor kept flooding out, so he couldn't pull anymore. So I went over there and pulled on it for a while, wouldn't start. Then he got it to start again after he went and cleaned his plug. And then it happened to him again. And then the second time I went to help him pull, I had to pull like 4 or 5 times, and it eventually started. And that's when he got to take off and fly. So why am I quiet? Probably because the mic is a little away from me. Sorry. I know I'm usually loud, so I don't want to peak it too much.
That is also a good point, Dire thing.
This excitement in my voice. Yeah, that's kind of hard to hide. I know I put Munchkin calls on the video, but it was actually me calling Munchkin. I didn't realize that the the Bluetooth in my helmet wasn't connected. I think the microphone did really good. I bought a little cheap microphone off Amazon that goes, it's on the side of my helmet. Or actually, I just basically stuck it on the side of the headphone, and it runs up and goes into the back of the GoPro. What's up, Shopkey? Have you tried any of those coils? Do they work? Is it okay? Just wondering. And it plugs right in the back of the GoPro, and the GoPro's got a media mod, which that's without the media mod on it, and the media mod's right here. Here it is. So this thing has its own little mic with a thing, but the reason I have to use that is because the GoPro's only got a USB connection, but if you get the media mod, then you have a plug-in for your mic, which is what I was using. It also has USB-C right here, so you can plug in an external battery and use that. Yeah, a few more flights and I'll nail the land. Kit, man, I'm hoping, man. It's really, I can't even express how much more different that wing was to fly than what I was used to in training. The training wing was a Class B, and it literally, you barely could just barely move the brake and feel it turn. On the wing I have now, you really got to pull down before it starts to turn. Which, you know, like I said, I think that's a good
Cadillac Escalade of wings.
It's a Cadillac. Don't crash. Well, thanks, Mick. I'm gonna try not to. I didn't.
Technically, he didn't crash. He just didn't stay on his feet when he landed.
Yeah, I didn't stay on my feet. Yeah, my wing now is a Class A. It's the safest wing you can own. A Class A. Okay. The difference between classes, I mean, and Kyle talked about this a lot while I was down there, you know, between Class A and Class B. What they do is they get some experienced paramotor pilots, and they go up and they basically certify these wings.
Try to crash them.
So, yeah, they basically try to crash the wing. So, if the wing, when it takes a collapse, automatically reinflates, no matter what they do, that pretty much makes it a Class A. Now, it could have one mark as a B. Like, say they pulled a collapse on one side and it didn't automatically pop out and they just had to kind of tap the brake to make it pop out. That automatically makes it a Class B. So Class B is not bad. Now, when you go up from B to like C, D, stuff like that, those are more advanced wings. And if you don't know what you're doing, you can definitely take a full collapse and go. How can you forget? Okay, I'll tell you why, DeMillan. It's a good question. This is what happened. Y'all didn't get to see the first video because I didn't. I turned on my GoPro to go take off.
Not anytime soon, Red.
And I didn't take off that time because when I got over to my wing, there was something wrong. I think my hook ends were wrong or something. So I basically unhooked everything and turned the GoPro back off. Because if you leave the GoPro on for 5 minutes or so without recording, it turns itself off. And I didn't want to do that and not know that it was recording. So when I went to go take off the next time, I forgot to turn it on. So, but I'll make sure to get the takeoff next time. Trust me. Probably tomorrow early.
And his little app that he downloaded that tracks his flight didn't kick in. However, our USAA Safe Pilot app did and tracked his flight and docked him a bunch of points for driving like a maniac.
Yeah, our car app that's supposed to make sure you're a safe driver, I got 6 infractions. And I called them up. I was like, I wasn't driving. I was flying.
Yeah, show them.
Your insurance doesn't cover that. Okay, I'll show them. Yeah, I'm like, if you covered me flying, then yeah, it would be, I could understand that, but they don't. So I'm back at 100% because the lady told me how to go fix it. Thank goodness. Oh, here we go, and it is this one right here. So the straight lines is actually where I drove. But all that Yankee stuff is where I was flying. So it shows me just all over the place. But the straight lines is where I drove and picked up some water or something. I don't remember. Yeah. But yeah, all that crooked stuff is where I was actually flying. And I'm like, yeah, if you look, I was probably 1,500 feet in the air. Your map may not show. See, it says not a drive. That's what I had to do to fix it because I wasn't driving. You can put passenger or driver or not a drive, and it was not a drive. I was like, that was some serious, right, Dolores? Wasn't even on the roads or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Car insurance thinks I'm doing a monster truck show.
Having a problem.
Yeah, and then is it still, it's focused on my face again. Dadgum. I'm going to turn that feature off because I don't need it to do that. I did, you know what, Dom Long? I did get lost. That part of the video didn't get uploaded. When I called Munchkin the second time where my Bluetooth was actually working, I got to talking to her. Now, I was still paying attention to what was going on around me, but I just wasn't paying attention to where I was. So I'm like, I don't know where the airfield went. I literally lost the airfield. Now, it wasn't a problem because, as y'all can see from the video, there was lots of places to land. That's why I like that airport. If your motor goes out,
except for a 10% battery, you wouldn't have been able to call anybody to come get you.
Right.
You'd have been walking.
I would have been walking. You're right.
Why would I let my insurance company do that? Because I want 30% off my monthly premium. That's why.
Yeah. It's USAA.
It doesn't
insurance.
dock you. It doesn't increase it. It can only discount it, and it's already.
Yeah, and I told the lady,
anyways.
I said, the next time I go flying, I'm going to make sure that this tracking on this app is disabled because I don't need y'all tracking me while I'm
you
flying.
can turn it off anytime. So.
Yeah, are there any wires where you're flying? No, there's not, DeMillan. That's the beauty of it. I'm at an airfield. There was one telephone pole somewhat near the airport. If you look when I'm about to land, you'll see that one wire. And you'll see a black car coming down the road. That lady or man, I couldn't tell, slowed down and actually held their phone. They were taking video or pictures of me when I was going over the road to turn back around to land. It's a black car. You can't miss it near the end of the video when I turned to come in to land. They were up there filming me, and I'm like, okay. But that's the only wires I saw anywhere.
Google Earth the eastern shore of Virginia. There ain't a goddamn thing.
How much fuel did I use? Good question, Cloud Chucker. I was only supposed to fly for 30 minutes. I guarantee I was up almost an hour. I couldn't keep exact time. And the main reason I had to come down, if y'all see at the end of the video, Corey comes out there and he's doing this because he saw, not only did he get knocked around a lot, but so was I. So he landed once he got knocked around. And I was already considering landing, but when he said that, I thought, oh, there must be a plane coming or something, and he wants me to land. So I instantly just came down and hit the kill switch on the motor and landed. Now, it would have been better if I was more prepared. I literally, as soon as he said that, I just went straight into land mode. So I didn't have enough time to set up like I would have liked to. But like I said, literally all that's going to take me is about 2 inches more brake when I land, and I'll be golden. I'll be on my feet. And it's important to,
so he says,
when you land, that's another thing a lot of pilots make mistakes of. While they're landing, they kind of lean back so that they can see their feet as it's touching the ground. And that's the worst thing you can do, because when you land and all your weight's behind you, so when the wing loses pressure, you'll turtle again. So you want to lean forward. You want to be as straight up and down as possible, or even forward in your harness. That way when you land, that weight is still on your back and not pulling you, backwards. Why am I getting text? Nate, go away. Does he think I'm technical support? He literally said, I hate to bother you, but my router isn't working. I don't know how to fix it. I'm like, really, dude?
Unplug it and wait 60 seconds.
Call your cable company. Because they're going to ask you, is it plugged in? Mm-hmm. They're going to ask you all the good questions. Turtle is good. A lot of people get made fun of when they turtle. It was funny. I mean, y'all can hear me laughing there, but I'm glad I didn't break anything. It wouldn't have been funny if something broke. Mm-mm. But it was a good mistake to have. I mean, that was the worst that came out of it.
At least there was somebody there to help you up.
I didn't get any bruises, break any bones. Yeah, Corey came and helped me up. Really cool guy. He lives way over on the south side of Richmond, so he's like 3 hours from here.
Dinwiddie is the place you're looking for, too.
There you go, Dinwiddie, something like that. Yep. I remember him saying that because he flies at Dinwiddie Field or something like that, from what he said. Yeah, Corey was a good guy.
Hey, Cherokee.
Now the other people that in Crash Turtle, that's me, man. I was definitely a Crash Turtle. I may have to get me a shirt with an upside down turtle. Well, Munchkin posted a GIF of it, which is hilarious.
Yes, that was the cutest little turtle.
Yeah,
it's a little struggle.
You see turtles like that sometimes, and you like help them, you flip them over, but you can't really imagine the feeling until you're in that position, and you're like, "Holy crap, I can't get up." Now, but see, a turtle can't unsnap the harness and get up, which is what I ended up.
Cannot climb out of their shell and flip themselves back over.
When Corey tried to pick me up the first time, I was still fully strapped in, and you saw he couldn't do it. So,
well, because you're 200 some odd pounds plus an 80-pound paramotor, he's not going to be able to pick you up off the ground.
So what I did was I took one of the harness straps off, and I still had one on. And then what we did is he held his arm out like this, and I grabbed the back of his elbow and pulled myself up as he was pulling back. It doesn't really show up on the camera, but that's the way I got up. And it worked fine. And then he had the helmet in his hand. That's why the sound transferred from me to him. I don't even know where I put the helmet, but
it's up here.
I need I'm glad Dolores gave me a link to reflective tape, because I was so worried about coming home with that with that cargo carrier on the back with nothing reflective on it.
Yep. He's worried about driving a giant white SUV with a shiny reflective paramotor on the back of his
It's
truck.
not really that reflective. I mean, it's white also.
People aren't going to see it. They're going to see it.
Well, the cage of the paramotor actually sticks out above the car. That's how big that ring is. It's a lot bigger than most paramotors out there, just because how much bigger the cage is.
The chrome on that is reflective. Yeah.
Yeah, but
probably blinding the shit out of the people behind you.
The chrome, it's not. The front of the paramotor is what's facing people behind.
It's not really a trailer. It's like a 10 by 12 little flat metal thing that hooks on the trailer. I'm with Dolores.
Some drivers are blind.
Well, okay, if they can't see a big ass paramotor on the back of a white SUV, they're not going to see reflective tape either. I think reflective tape is a good idea if there was nothing on that rack.
Yeah, try it with an 80-pound backpack sometime. Yeah, go ahead. Anybody put on a 80-pound backpack on your back and go running around.
Can I get a rack? Is that what you're talking about?
A rack? No, I already have one. It don't have reflective tape on it. So when people come up behind me, if they can't see the trailer, they'll smash into me. That's all. No, I don't, because I'd have to break it down. And that's too much of a pain in the butt. I didn't want to have to break it down. I mean, if I was going to travel far,
you haven't taken a bath. How are you bringing that back?
I have hard enough time walking without paint. Well, there you go, Dolores. I understand. So, it's how do I explain it? Harbor Freight has them. They're just cargo carriers. They're made to hold 400 pounds, I think, 400 or 500 pounds.
No, it's not that kind of trailer.
Yeah, it doesn't have any. Now, I could hook up some LEDs to it because
it hooks to the trailer hitch.
Well, the Pilot does have a. I think it's funny that I'm a pilot and I drive a Pilot, but that the trailer, the back of the car does have trailer hookup. Excuse me. So I can plug in some lights.
Baby, I just went 12 kills.
I still go out for a walk every day, at least 3,000 steps. Good for you, Dolores. Hell yeah.
I wonder how many steps I get in walking back and forth to the copy machine every day.
Well, it's weird because I got really sore kiting the wing, but from flying, the only way I can explain it is it felt like somebody hit me in the back with a concrete pillow. I had like a perfect square in my back that is sore. And I'm like, why am I sore, man? I literally ran for maybe 50 feet and I was in the air. There was nothing to make me tired. I was excited, yeah, but there was nothing to really make me tired. So my legs are sore, like both sides of my thighs are sore. So I don't know why that is either.
I'm not interested enough to spend money on something to figure it out.
I do a lot of walking. The dog takes
There
you.
might be an app I can download or something.
I'm with Harry. Get a Fitbit. Yeah. Well, she's got an iWatch, so she can.
That doesn't have the step tracker on it.
The hell it don't.
It don't? It does?
Yeah.
Oh.
I've done that, but don't have it on video. Yeah, 555. He is in one of the paramotor groups. I don't know. I guess he saw the video and got to see me turtle. And normally we're doing vaping shows in here, but we're talking about that flight and me turtling. You know, it's a Class A wing, and I wasn't used to the controls. It was so weird because it's got two hook in points for the brakes. It's got an up high point and a low point. And Allie, the lady I talked to from One Up Adventure, she's like, yeah, that's so you can adjust for torque. You can hang the right one up, like to pull some brake, and then, you know, just feather the left one. But I didn't have any problems with torque at all. Even with that factory R motor, I was going straight. The problem I was having is I had to reach way up to grab the brakes and pull them down about this level, which you really want to be down here to be comfortable. I was up this high, and that's hard to hold your arms up this high. I want them down lower to where I'm comfortable applying pressure, and then I'm good. I can move them. I just want to make sure you want them even. That's for sure. So when you go to time off, you have to make sure they're dead even. No matter
I
where
know,
you put
right, Jason? Yeah, he's all over the shit now.
I've been on Facebook more this week than the past 10 years. Ain't that the truth, Ozman? Mm-hmm. But the motor, oh my gosh. You know, Corey was having so much trouble starting his, and I got to be honest with you guys. I wish I had it on video. The motor I got, first pull, vroom, every time, first pull, vroom. Now, when I first got it to break it in, it took about 4 or 5 pulls, but I don't think I had it primed enough. But now that it's like that, I literally got to the field and I primed it for like maybe a half a second. And then I went out there and it started right up. And then I didn't touch it the rest of the day. It would just start right up. So it's pretty cool. And the lift on that. Oh, I didn't show y'all what I got. Apparently, these things are selling for a lot of money on eBay. I don't know. Now, Mountain Dew.
Talk about that. I need to make an alcoholic beverage.
Mountain Dew did a Baja contest, right? And a Baja Blast contest. And if you bought Baja Blast a while back and you took one of those bottle caps and you entered the code on the website, you got entered in a chance to win something. I didn't know what. But today, UPS showed up with a 6-pack box of this. So this is Mountain Dew Baja Deep Dive. Really love the artwork on there. Look, they were thinking all about scuba. They were like, "Yeah, we're gonna hook you up, man." So this even has the PD down here on this little bottle, which I think means a PB. Yeah, for pitch black. So I think this is a mixture of pitch black and something. Probably Baja Blast. So I'm guessing Baja Blast. Yeah, this is the only perfect can out of the 6 cans that I got. All other 5 of them is kind of busted at the top. Not open, but just dented. This one's a perfect can. But apparently I won part of a contest. I don't know. I think I think like 18,000 people won, so it ain't like I'm one in a million people, but 1 out of 18,000. So how does it taste? I do not know, Dolores. I have not opened one yet, but I do have one in the fridge. If y'all want me to check, I can definitely give it a taste. Yeah, they sent this card with it. So just when you thought Mountain Dew Baja Blast couldn't get any better, we discovered a new treasure of Baja Island. Mountain Dew Baja Deep Dive. This ultra exclusive flavor is not for the faint of heart. Its thirst quenching secrets are a mystery, and you're one of the select few to discover it. We know you'll love it. Share your review on social media, blah, 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 blah. So there you go. I'm going to grab one of the other cans and we're going to see, put some, Harry, hold on a minute.
First place on the fucking whole one.
Oh, wow, 74. Make sure you come in here for a second. Yep. Okay. So here's one of the other cans. Let me show y'all. See how that's too bright. See how the top's dented up? So we're going to try this Baja Deep Dive. They're interested to see what it tastes like. Munchkin's right here. I'm going to cut my hands. What's going to happen?
Don't do that. Give me something.
Give you something?
Yeah, like a pen.
Yeah, it's about open now. There we go. I could, can you wash that out real quick?
Seriously?
I want to show, well, I can't, no, it needs to be a clear glass. Can you give me a clear glass? All right, here we go. Am I going on? He's going to have a 10-hour live show, Cloud Chucker? I don't know. I wasn't invited, Cloud Chucker. All right. Interesting smell to it. Wow. That's hard to put my finger on. It's almost like Mountain Dew had Mountain Dew and grape. Like it tastes grape to me. So here's the color. If it's going to show up on camera, we're going to see.
Mountain Blue.
I'm good again, baby.
This is like almost a light teal green looking color. Let me turn the light off. I bet you it shows up a lot better. Whoa.
No, now it looks clear.
Now you can't tell what it looks like at all. Let's see. Maybe if we can make some adjustments. Can't really tell. This camera is not doing it. See, it's green. I don't know why. I guess because I got so much blue behind me. It's a greenish color. Let Munchkin have a taste. All right. It's not tropical punch.
Tastes flat.
It does taste flat. I don't understand because you can see all the bubbles. It tastes a little flat. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Now, I mean, maybe because of the can or something.
I mean, it's not bad.
Yeah, it doesn't taste bad. It's actually good. It's just, even with the bubbles showing in here, it tastes a little flat for some reason.
Mountain Dew with berries instead of citrus.
It's definitely got a berry slash grape taste. I think.
I don't taste any grape.
I think it's Baja Blast and Pitch Black mixed together. What?
Every time you do that, she goes.
And you won the right to make a free commercial. Well, I'm not really making a free commercial, Arnie. I mean,
we want more free shit, Arnie.
I'll have to do. Yeah, we need pair it with Nilla Nuts. Good question. Good idea, T-Man. I have.
Oh, see, that's not what you're supposed to say. You're supposed to say that's an excellent question.
That's an excellent question. I don't think that's no. This is Nilla Nuts. Why is it empty?
I don't know why your nuts are empty.
You don't know why my nuts are empty?
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna Oh, the other thing I didn't get to show y'all, because I told y'all I was going to vape when I got in the air, and I did, but I actually cut that part of the video out because you couldn't see it. So I just cut it out of the video. I mean, I have all the videos. I could post them, but I mean, the best parts were I kind of kept in, kind of. There was a long period where I didn't talk at all. I was just enjoying flying so much. It took me 32 minutes to get there. I wasn't trying to, Dolores. Somebody else started it. All right, let's pair it with Nilla Nuts. How did you find your strobe light? That actually goes really good together. It's almost, the good thing
I don't
about
like your camera.
this,
It makes me look fat.
the good thing
It's
about Nilla Nuts, right, is usually when you vape Nilla Nuts and you switch to something fruity, it makes the Nilla Nuts taste better. It's exactly what this is doing. If I vape this, it's like really strong hazelnut, tastes really good. Then drink some of that. It completely switches your flavor palette. Then you go back to the Nilla Nuts, which is awesome. That's very good. Exhale
Sometimes
into the
I hear
glass.
you talk, and I just wonder if you're completely full
King
of shit.
Cobra, I've actually done that. I mean,
Can you even hear me?
I'm
Am
not
I
go-
muted? Am I just talking shit and you can't hear me?
what'd you say?
Sometimes when I listen to you, I wonder if you believe your own shit. You're just over there talking shit. You just,
Yeah.
I said it better the first time, but you didn't hear me. Did I get my purple glory?
The main
No.
reason I haven't blown it into the glass already is I got a fan blowing on me. I'll try it, but I think the fan's gonna screw it up.
Probably wouldn't use it anyway. I always end up going back to this one because it's got really good battery life.
Yeah, the fan's. All right, I'm just turning this fan off because it's blowing it right out, man. The purple guar. You'd think she'd keep bugging me about it, but she hasn't said anything about it, which makes me think she didn't want it.
I'm not gonna beg. If I'm gonna beg
There's
for
no
something,
begging involved.
I'd rather it would be my shoes that are in the cart on Amazon. Thank you, Creed, but the noises I was making while trying to put my shoes on this morning tells me differently.
To give y'all an idea of how rare these cans are, a 6-pack of this sold on eBay for $1,200. Just saying.
I wonder how much you can get for the empty can. Or
I
just
don't
one of
know.
them.
You probably could. Well, it's a bent can, though. It's a bent can.
Hey, look, a little tiny ball peen hammer. You can. They were supposed to be slip-ons, Dolores, but this particular shoe company doesn't do half sizes. So a 7 would be too big. A 6. The laces on these are just for show, but they're so tight on the top. They hit the top of my foot right on the arch part, and they were like cutting the circulation off in my toes. But a 7 would be too big. So
Tetley, Mountain Dew actually sent me. Nice, Scorp. Hope you liked it. Mountain Dew sent me this, Tetley, because I won their Baja Blast contest, which was literally just entering codes from if you drink Baja Blast, which I literally only had 2 or 3 maybe, and entered the codes on their website, and then I won, and they just sent it to me out of the blue.
You have a visitor?
Munchkin's trying to delay the inevitable that I'm going to take her new shoes that she doesn't really like.
I do like them. I picked them out.
She's complained since she got them.
Because my toes were numb.
Yeah, so I'll just take them. I mean...
Now you got the kids going, I'll take them. Wow. You better sell that shit. Right, Creed? Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm going to, like I said, they're just for show. So they're only like maybe 6 inches long. So I have to see if I can find
For the people that's trying to watch their
ones.
sugars, yeah, this has got 59 grams of sugar.
Damn.
So, includes 59 grams, 118%. So it's 21% sugar. It's pretty sugary. Just letting y'all know. It's sweet.
Like a little flavoring with your sugar.
Right?
That's like hearty sweet tea. Stuff's so thick it barely gets cold. Oh my God. I forgot to stir
One
my
can
drink.
should be worth 200. Well, there you go. I mean,
Oh.
that'd be pretty cool. I'd hate to sell that, but
See, you distracted me and made me forget to stir my drink, and I just got a mouthful of bourbon.
oh, I bet you that was nice. As far as finding the strobe light goes, the thing is with the strobe light, that grass was kind of green and yellow looking, and the way that the strobe light was attached, which is over on my nightstand, is by a very strong magnet. It's got like a neodymium magnet that sticks on the bottom. And I literally had it just on one of the Velcro straps on my cage, just magnetized together. So when I hit the ground, the cage bumped a little bit. And when it did, it tilted the front of the cage and it made the strobe light fly off. And Corey found the strobe light, because he's like, oh, we'll find it. And then we were about to give up. And he goes, hey, I found it. And I was like, cool. I was like, I wish we could find the magnet. And he's like, oh, we're never going to find that. Right when he said that, I looked down and I found the magnet. So it's complete now. There's no damage, no harm done. I really want to fly with Corey again. I think it'll be
Dolores, this is the extent of the shoelaces. That's literally all that is. It's just these.
Yeah.
So it's like 6 inches long. So I wouldn't.
See, my Hey Dude
The
shoes
elastic
have,
ones, I wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, my Hey Dude shoes have elastic shoe laces,
these are
so
not.
they stretch. Hers do not. So it's kind of like, you either go with a bigger size shoe or get different shoelaces.
I might just be able to go get some actual elastic.
Because she said her toes fit in it fine. I was thinking, oh, the shoe's too small, but
No, the shoe itself is fine. It's just where those laces are at the top part of my foot, and it squeezes the shit out of it. Well, that's fine when you're expecting it, Creed, but I wasn't expecting it to be a mouthful of straight
Dumb
bourbon, so
long,
it
I
surprised
will.
me.
I'm definitely going to put that strobe on a better kind of way. I got to figure out how I can do it to where it won't come off at all. I could, what I could do is zip tie that sucker on there. So.
Oh, see, there you go. They don't have the ends on them.
Well, Munchkin put those shoes in the cart. They're the ones I bought. And then she was like, yeah, but the size. I'm like, you're the one that picked out the size. It already had the size in there.
Technically, I didn't pick it out. Amazon picks for me.
You can change the size before you add to cart.
Yeah, I know, but remember, they didn't come in half sizes.
Yeah.
So.
Well, mine fit fine. It's like I told her. After I wore mine 2 or 3 days, they started getting loose.
You hush, Wally.
So it was like, if mine got loose, then I'm sure hers will too, and they'll be fine. If she can endure the tightness of it. I had to endure mine being tight for a couple days. Keep her away from the stairs.
Why do the little clips have to be black?
Oh, y'all, you got some, Creed? All right, Creed. Do you like them? That's my question. I want to see somebody else that's not us that got some of them shoes. Are they not the lightest shoes you've ever worn? They're like, it's feather light. It's crazy how light them shoes are and quite comfy to wear, I think.
All right, I'm gonna save this because I think that might be as close as I can get.
Yeah, Dolores, I understand that too. Buying a little bit bigger of a shoe just to make it fit your feet better. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, but now that I think about it, though, he says that his loosened up.
Yes.
If I buy a 7 and they loosen up, then they're not gonna stay on my feet because I got plenty of toe room. If I put my fingers down inside the shoe on either side of my foot, there's plenty of room. It's just where the laces are at the top where it's too small.
And I don't know if 555 is still there. Yours loosened up a bit. So tomorrow I'm going to try to go back out to that airfield and fly again. And this time I'll make sure the GoPro's going. It's so weird though, because today it turned off quite chilly. Love these things. So Creed really likes his. There you go. I have them on now. Hell yeah, Creed. See, I knew I couldn't be the only one that really likes them shoes, man. They are so comfy. They just are.
No, well, you can thank your son for recommending.
Yeah, my son was like, "You don't have no Hey Dudes?" No. And then I got them not knowing that they were lighter than a piece of cotton, pretty much. Freaking lightweight shoes. Make sure my seat is probably, you know what it was, Scorp? The way the seat is, the leg straps go right around the front of your thighs. And if you have that too loose, it makes it hard to get up in your seats. Because basically what happens is, as you go up in the air, you just kind of hop up and you're in your seat. If they're too loose, when you hop up, it doesn't catch that top brace that's there, so you don't get in your seat. So I had it so loose when I was trying to hop up, it wasn't making it. So I literally had to stow both of my brakes, reach down with my left hand because I have my throttle's in my right hand. So you don't want to use your throttle hand to reach down and grab the seat because you might hit the kill switch and then you got to go land or you got to hurry up and start it. So I reached down with my left hand to pull the seat under me. Now, y'all didn't see it, but later on in the video, there's another, like your seat board comes out, right? Then it has a part at the front that kind of folds down where your knees could be if you were a shorter person. But since I'm taller, there's 2 adjustment straps on the end that pulls this flap up and makes it longer, which worked out great. As soon as I pulled those up, I was completely comfy at that point. But then when I went to go land, you want everything loose when you land because you need that room to be able to run and you need to be able to get out of your seat really well to where you can run when you flare. So I'll get it adjusted. Shouldn't be that big a deal, but I'm going to have to add more gas. I know, was it Cloud Trucker that asked me how much gas did it take, or Dire Thing? I think I used maybe a gallon of gas and I flew. It's about a gallon an hour, the way I figure it. That tank, if I fill it all the way up, holds 4 gallons. So I thought it was a 5-gallon tank, but it's not. The tank itself is 13 liters. Well, that's the last mark. It does go higher, but the last mark is 13 liters, which is 3.96 gallons. So 4 gallons. Yeah. But if you put that much gas in there, oh, it's Cloud Trucker. If you put that much gas in there, it makes it really heavy. Now, if I'm doing a reverse launch, it doesn't really matter how heavy it is because you're literally just pulling the wing up and getting it steady and turning around and then giving it gas. If you're forward launching, you have to run, and that's when you don't want it to be really heavy because it's hard to do. Now, tomorrow, the winds are supposed to be 7 miles an hour. maybe 7 down to 5. If it's 5 miles an hour, I'm probably gonna have to do a forward launch again, which worked out beautiful last time, but I don't know. I do want to try to go over near the water, not over the water, but near the water next time. I'm not landing in the water, trust me, or even crash landing in the water. And that thing turned back on again. Dadgummit, I'm turning that off. I'm gonna turn it off right now. As a matter of fact, I hate that it keeps doing that. That's in more settings. They just had a firmware update too. I had to go in there and change a bunch of junk. So, nope, it's not in that setting. Well, where's it at? I thought it was in more settings. Streamer
I'm
mode, mirror
sitting down
image.
most of the time, Dolores. I don't really need walking shoes. I don't usually wear my shoes at work anyway. I take them off.
I guess it don't do it while you're using the camera because it won't let me change those settings right now. Figures.
What are you two getting into?
Preferences. Why is it trying to make me use a different microphone? Yeah, that's the microphone I want to use.
Yeah, I got a pair of Skechers too, King Cobra, but my grandchild swiped them. She's been wearing them lately.
Yeah, I saw that too, Dire Thing. That's basically a giant marsh over there, so you don't want to be like over there.
Well,
Very
the Eastern
punk rocky.
Shore is pretty much entirely
Marsh, yeah,
Yes.
just marsh swamp.
Mhm.
Well, you know, it was still cool to look at. I saw Corey flew over by a cell tower or something. I don't want to get lost. You know, now that I know that the airport's just on the other side of the main highway, I won't get lost. I literally, when I was talking to you, I was like, just talking to her, concentrated on that and flying. And then I go, wait a minute, where's the airfield? And I was like, holy crap, I don't know where it went. Looks like I flew over some farmer's field. Yeah. If y'all look at those videos, you saw where some of the grass or whatever looks brown and then maybe a darker burnt brown. That's all cotton. All of it is cotton. Literally right across the street from the airport is a giant cotton field. I mean, huge. And it's completely full of cotton. Because apparently his cotton is really resilient to all this heat we've had. And he's still got a really good crop out of it. So, but yeah, I was like, man, I could wick for days out of this stuff. Get some fresh cotton. Yeah, I forgot. Corey's got a weird wing. It's called a Piper or something like that. I don't know what class wing he's got, but yeah. There was about 7 or 8 of us there, and I think most of the people stayed away because of the fact that the weather was going to get bad Thursday and today. And then tomorrow and Sunday it's supposed to be really nice. So we'll see. I don't want to do the camping thing because I don't think Munchkin wants to sit in a tent, and there was a lot of bugs there, and them bugs were vicious. Oh my
I don't
goodness.
mind camping if we were prepared to go. We
Yeah.
do not have a tent. We do not have sleeping bags.
We don't have sleeping bags, but there is tents out there.
I would also like to get the pads that go under the sleeping bags that are inflatable to keep you off the ground so you don't pick up the moisture, which I had one, but one isn't really going to do us any good, and I don't know where it's at.
In Dad's trunk. Well, that's one. There's 2 of us. If we decided to sleep up there, Lily has volunteered a sleeping bag in Dad's
Oh.
trunk. I had a 0-degree sleeping bag, which would probably have been too hot, but I had one.
I had some nice sleeping bags, but they got destroyed many, many years ago.
I liked mine because it was tall enough for me. You know, a lot of them are too short. I don't like this. What?
Don't have that problem.
No, I'm good. Thank you. Not with all the pesticide they spray on cotton. There you go, Cherokee. we got to meet the owner of the airport. His name is Gordon Campbell, and it's Campbell Airfield. And I was like, well, yeah, it's your airfield. So the guy was so cool. He was like, you can come out here and fly anytime you want. And I was like, man, you don't want to give me that luxury because I'll be out here all the time. But yeah, he said, you can come out here and fly all you want. And he's like, wait till you, because he's like, so you've never flown here? I said, no. He said, wait till you get up there and you can see, you know, both sides of the shore and all that. I was like, oh, that's going to be awesome. Which I did. I mean, y'all could see it in the video. You could see the water. It's pretty cool. Just didn't want to fly over the water.
Mm-hmm.
I do not have flotation devices. If I had those, then yeah, it would be okay to fly. But you don't want your paramotor going down in that water. I mean, how are you going to get it out? You know, even if you save your life, you still got to get that out of there. And yeah, I meant to tell y'all, when I vaped up in the air, what happened was this drip tip came off in my pocket. So I vaped it like this. And I was like, oh, who needs a drip tip? So I went and vaped it. And since I'm going 20 miles an hour, you could not see any of the vapor. I showed it to Munchkin. It literally goes, and it's gone before you can see anything. It's gone. So I was like, well, there you go. I mean, I could load up one of the videos and play it right now, but it's a long video. Y'all probably be like bored to death of it. So. Air mattresses are the only way to do tent camping. Yeah, air mattress would be nice, but you'd have to have a tent that is big enough to accept said air mattress. They do have a bathroom and shower and running water as long as he unlocks it, which he did unlock it right after we got there. He went and unlocked everything for us. So.
Well, that's cool.
If you know what and how milkweed grows, there's a lot like cotton, but the pods that the cotton coming out is hard and sharp. Can't believe Munchkin called me mid-flight. Well, she technically didn't, Kevin. I called her. I know I put on the video Munchkin calls, but it was me calling her. I forgot. Mm-hmm. And I was trying to talk to her, and obviously my Bluetooth wasn't connected to my phone right then. I do have a Bluetooth module hooked up on there, which I can listen to music if I want to while I fly, which is awesome. But matter of fact,
he also called me and when he lost the runway, and I told him, well, you're not going to find it talking to me. And then he said he only had 10% battery left. Like, don't you think you should probably save that in case you can't find the airport again and you have to land in the middle of nowhere?
Let me try something here. A local file. Let's see what this does for the heck of it. If this goes really bad, then we'll know.
What are you trying to do?
I'm loading up a video.
Oh.
That's such bullshit.
It's not showing. even if I recorded it in 4K, y'all would be like, ah, nobody's gonna watch it in 4K. No? Turn it down some more. And more. Is that better? Hopefully you can hear me now. I don't hear Munchkin at all, though. Are you talking?
What? No, I'm not talking.
Okay, I just want to make sure it was working. Okay, there we go. As long as y'all can hear me now. I was trying to get it low enough where you could hear. I don't even know which video this is. I just picked one. But this is like non-cut, unedited, whatever video. I don't know if this is where I call Munchkin or what, because I can't hear it. Can you hear it up there?
No.
Okay. It is pretty sweet, Cloud Check. I mean, look at that. Imagine if you were up there and you could see this. I mean, is that not just freaking awesome? I couldn't get over the views I had, and right now it's not.
Yep.
The camera's just showing more sky than anything. Darn it. Because I can't adjust the way that the video shows up in this screen for some reason. So is this one of the cotton fields? See, it's kind of hard to tell because it's like a brown color. Yeah, you can see all the white in there. That's all cotton. All that white is cotton. Just some of it looks like dark. Oh, it was... I mean, the views that I got to see, Harry, I can't even begin to explain it, dude. I was so happy to be up in the air, man.
Munchkin will not be going up there.
Yeah, even, I don't know if it was Corey that mentioned it, but one of the other guys was like, yeah, I want to do this so I can, it was some other guy that was talking with me. And he was like, yeah, I want a tandem. I'm going to take my wife. Because I'm finally getting her into flying. I was like, I really don't think Munchkin's gonna...
I've seen the way he lands. Hell no, I ain't going up in front of him.
Oh, come on.
You just have a Munchkin-shaped hole in the ground in front of him.
I'd have to get a tandem exemption before I could, No, now I need to fly a plane. No, I'm good, Harry. This is actually better than flying a plane. A plane, you're surrounded by windows and metal and everything, and I'm, you know,
don't get bugs in your eyeballs and shit like that.
I didn't get any bugs in my face. I mean, I'm way above the bugs. Now birds, that's a possibility. But you just look out for the birds, especially the big birds.
You don't have to be on a paramotor to get a bird in your face. Ask Fabio.
That's true.
Nope, Cherokee. I'm good down here.
I'm drinking this trying to picture what the flavor is, and I can't really put my finger on it.
Fruit, sir, fruit.
Fruit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know.
What did you steal when you ran out of here? Oh.
The one place you can get away from your wife and you want to take her with you. I didn't think Big Bird could fly. Well, there you go, King Cobra. You know.
Yes.
I don't know why it shows me keep looking up. Maybe I'm looking at my wing. I don't know. That's weird. I wonder if this is the part where I lose the field. If y'all hear me talking to Munchkin on the phone, then that's the part. That's the part where I get lost. Because I was so lost. I was like, where am I? I mean, it's really showing me look up a lot. I'm wondering if the video's just looping or something. Y'all let me know if the video's looping. I don't want to keep doing that. What happens in an engine failure? Do you just glide down? Yeah, you just glide down, T-Man. Dolores, hey, you know, I definitely don't think this is for everybody. I know it's not, but some people have a desire to fly since pretty much the day they were born, which I'd be one of those. I remember, I don't know if I told y'all, but when I was playing Little League baseball, and I saw something similar to this fly over the field while we were having practice. Right then, I was like, man, I wish I could do that so bad. And
Hola, amigo. Yeah, you're welcome.
hey, John Q. If she held onto my legs and I went up in the air, that would be very bad. Very bad.
Yeah, no, I'm
Scott,
good down here.
I am very aware of what happened to Grant, and I will not be going and flying through any canyons, so you don't have to worry about that. Grant had been flying for like 6 months, so I mean, he had a little bit of training from what I understand, but you know, the rotor that comes off of that stuff and the wind that blows through those canyons, you really need to know what you're doing to fly through there. I wouldn't do something like that.
Super Grover.
Super Grover. I had plenty of jetpack training on Fallout. Yeah. I've done quite a few of those expeditions now. Not enough to, I don't even have enough to buy a plan. I probably got like 50 stamps, if that. You're probably looking up at the wing. Yeah, I can't tell, Cherokee, because I can't hear it. But I don't want to make the sound come on where I can hear it, because then it's going to be bad. It'll just echo.
And I told myself, I was like, I don't care what happens, I'm going to get in the air today. I may have a bad landing, but I got up in the air. I wish y'all could have saw it.
I wonder if I click on this. Advanced audio properties.
I really wish I could have caught that.
Let me see if this works.
I forgot to hit.
He didn't have to run, according to him. I didn't see it, but he didn't have to run nearly as much with this particular motor as the smaller one he used during training.
Okay, I can hear it now. It's very low, but I can hear it. I hear me talking.
Oh yeah, I mean, it definitely hit some turbulent air now.
So I can't tell which direction you're looking out at, if you're looking at the ocean or the bay.
They're flying down low right
He
there.
was in the air for about 45 minutes to an hour. It holds a little over 5 gallons, but I don't think that's how much you had in there when you were flying.
Yeah, I was up about an hour.
Munchkin will finally get to see what I see. But I mean, video is nothing like doing it in person, you know? It's like a whole different ball game.
You don't empty it, John Q. I mean, you can if you're going to store it for a while, but you got to get one of them little nozzles to drain it back in the gas can.
To make sure nobody's around me before I turn.
Yeah, this video is getting cut off.
I don't know where Corey went. I met Corey today.
No.
And a couple other people that I'll never
What do you mean it's
remember their
getting cut
names,
off?
but somebody's
It's
landed
not
down there
showing
now,
the
looks like.
full size
Or
of
did
the
he just take
video.
off? No, he's just doing a low pass.
I'm looking at it full screen. What's the problem?
Oh no! I just skipped ahead because I don't know where I was at.
Exactly, John Q. I will be boots on the ground.
Why does it keep starting over? Oh,
No.
there we go.
I don't know if this is going to pick up on the GoPro recording, but this is absolutely beautiful out here.
Yeah. To get the dawn, we'd have to stay there overnight because
It takes a while to get back in the saddle.
I'm not
again.
leaving the
I've been
house at
flying
like
since
4
May,
a.m. to get there
and
before the sun comes
I
up.
only had 2 flights. Shout out my YouTube subscribers.
We all saw this.
Start with Dire Thing, Loris, Timekeeper, Cloud Chucker,
Breeze.
Frankenmiser.
Throw some in there. John Q, Scott Savage, Nick,
I say Dolores already.
Harry.
I can't think of everybody.
We need to see the great landing.
I'm kind of just focused on what I'm doing right now.
All right.
It took me a while to get all the way in my
We
seat.
can do the great
because
landing.
It wasn't adjusted right, so I could get up in my seat good, but I'm okay now.
All right. Let's see if we can do the great landing. Media source. I believe that's the last video on here. Yep, it's this one. I can't hear it. Hold on, I gotta change the audio properties. There we go, now I can hear it. Creed. Sorry, Creed. John Q. Kevin. This is my landing here. I went around once and then I come back. Help me up. Nah. Right, John Q? He could have said, no, let me get some pictures first. See? I see what the problem is.
But
I'm trying to fix it, but I don't know if I can fix it in time. Oh, no, it's time to land.
if that's what you call it.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I see what you mean. It's not showing.
Oh!
There I
it.
go. Flipped up right on my back, staring into the sky, looking at that plane right there.
Damn it. You think you can pull me up? Oh shit. Probably not.
That was the
This wing.
the guardian angel. It's a strobe light.
It's so hard.
Yeah, that was my strobe light flying off. There we go. Okay, well, I wanted to show you all the phone call to Munchkin, but let me see. Remove this one. Let's see if I can. I want to do one more. Media source. Let's just call it media source. I don't care. This
Did
one.
you see
here.
what Dolores posted for you?
What she posed? Oh,
Instead of the Red said before she was rudely interrupted by her computer freezing. How high up are you?
about 1,400 feet most of the time. I went up pretty high. See, the picture is so big that it won't fit on the screen. I'm trying to adjust it now. Let me see if I can get all this in here.
Oh my
Almost.
goodness. I don't know if this is still recording, but wow. coming in, I thought about landing, and I was like, no. It was really
I was
rocky.
thinking just an airbag underneath the frame where gas cans is.
There we go.
How come I can hear it playing from downstairs?
Because I turned it up so I could hear
You need to
Well,
hear it. You were
shifter.
involved in it.
it. There's the cotton fields. I don't know if y'all can see that, but that's all, yeah, that's all cotton right there. All that brown is cotton.
Oh, that feels much better. The seat cord is actually hugging my leg now. Shift the gas over again. Oh yeah, we're good.
I need more drink. Be right back.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty view. It's the eastern shore is where
Right,
Wallops Island is, where they shoot off the rockets, and they do the Chickatee Pony Run
looks good.
over there on the eastern shore.
Green.
Not right where he's at, but obviously you can't be close to Wallops
Little
Island.
bit of
That's
scuba magic.
further up north of the eastern shore, more towards Maryland.
That sunset is beautiful. It's not quite sunset
Right.
yet, so my strobe is on there, but I didn't turn it on because it wasn't dark yet. I'd have to come in. and
Yeah,
turn
I
it
think
on
his
'cause I
legs
can't
just
reach
kind of
back
buckled
that
when he hit
far.
the ground.
There's no way.
Made it a
This is
made
comfy
landing
here. I
not
don't
so
have to hold the
smooth.
brakes. Just
I mean, think about it
hands-free.
though. He's only landed 3 times, 4 times,
Little bit
so
of bumps, but it's not
know,
bad.
and only once
Honestly,
before with this wing.
Even
It's
if
going
you're
to take a
afraid of
while to get
heights,
used to.
I don't think this would really like trigger you.
Meat brakes are
Because
the
it's
best,
so
John.
smooth. I mean, you know, if you went up in turbulent
It's really
air,
pretty
of
over
course
there.
it's gonna, you're
Apparently,
gonna be
going back
freaking out.
tomorrow.
A bunch of
But,
airbags.
This is actually pretty good. The air's not bad. I couldn't ask for a better third flight. I mean, this is my third flight
No, you
ever.
don't need a license.
Yeah, no license required. This is all under
The
Part
takeoff was
103
pretty good. I'm worried about
in the
landing,
FAA rules
as
and regs.
always.
You can look it up if you want
But I'm
like.
gonna try to do my best to stay
Where
somewhat on
we're
my
at
feet.
there is all Class
Even
G
if I end up going
airspace.
down to
It's
my
completely
knees,
legal.
Maybe at least I won't hit my cage. That's the main thing I'm
Up to
trying
18,000
to
feet.
avoid.
At 18,000 feet, you hit Class
But since this has
B or Class A airspace, which you ain't going up to no 18,000 feet anyway.
there's the
even though a
field
couple
right
of
down
dummies
there
have
that we
done
come
it.
from.
You can't breathe up there.
I don't
Pretty
know
much,
where
John
everybody's
Q.
at. Oh, there's one way over there. May not even show up.
Any
on the
tard
GoPro.
can fly. Well, thanks, John Q. That
Oh,
gives me a
just
lot of
fell off gas real
confidence.
quick. Oh. I hate that my brakes are
Well, you know just as well
so
as he does.
hard to
There's
hold.
pretty stupid people out there.
I mean,
You
I'll
didn't
get
look at
used to it,
Dolores's
or
link
I'll,
here.
Loosen them out a little bit where they're not so tight on me.
Gonna have to scroll up again to find it. I mean, you know, you'd have to try really hard to kill someone else. You'd have to
Well,
like land on them.
if that prop caught them, they're done.
Well, yeah, but that would be, I mean, you know, a them thing, not a you thing. But
Well, you're not allowed now. That's one big rule. I mean, you may not have a license to fly, but you can't fly over like
people.
stadiums. You know, any congested area that has a lot of people. Yeah, you're not allowed to do that.
You're not supposed to fly over the highways. You can cross over them, but not, you know.
Yeah, you don't want to linger over the top of a highway or anything like that.
No wonder I'm so agitated.
Well, that'd be pretty
Let's get
stupid
that
anyway,
done
because the
right
air
now.
coming off the cars.
Oh, this is where I'm about to
Gotta
vape.
keep in the air, man.
Y'all not
Gotta
gonna be able
vape
to
in
see
the
it.
crowd, you know?
You didn't click on Dolores's link.
Oh, let me click on it. Let me scroll
You're
back
gonna have
up.
to scroll all the way back up.
Okay, I see it
I just
now.
don't want to drop it. Uh-oh, my drip tip. I hope it's a drip tip.
Thanks, Dolores. Damn. I'm a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Turtle power.
Maybe a little bit of vapor showed up.
That's probably a very good pro tip, John Q.
I hope.
Hey, one of the
I would
guys
agree with
commented that he's already turtled 3 times, so, you know, I got one out of the way. I'd rather turtle than break the prop.
Yeah. Or face plant into the ground with 80 pounds of weight on top of you.
Yeah, as y'all can see, I cut a lot of the video out. None of this was in the YouTube video, but it was going to be too long of a video. I didn't want to put all of it. I'm pretty high right there. I mean, I'd say that's 1,200 feet. Oh, look, there's my Hey Dude shoes.
Alright, back in the pocket. Wait, turn it off first.
Yeah, just vaped and you couldn't even see it. That's what I'm saying.
Gee, I wonder why.
It blows it back so fast you can't see anything.
Thank you. Okay, back on my brakes. I'm not trying to let off the gas like that. It's just, it's hard to hold.
I need a suit made of Nerf. Okay, Scott, I can see
I'm
that.
way past my 30 minutes. I guess it's time for me to come in and land now. Let's see if I can pull this off.
That's the Eastern Shore. It's about an hour and a half away from here. I'm above an airport. It must have been on the second video, which I skipped, unfortunately. So we didn't get to see my phone call to Munchkin. Oh, they built one in Shreveport. Oh, it's one that they build. Let me see. Open link in new tab. That way I can. Something went wrong, is what it said when I clicked on that link. I don't know why that happened. Let me try and. That's gonna take. Yeah, it still says something went wrong. Stupid links are being a pain in the butt. What kind of water power when you're inching over it? The water that's over there is part of that's a Chesapeake Bay over there, isn't it?
No, Chesapeake Bay on one side and the Atlantic Ocean on the other.
Yeah. Just go down the shoreline? Yeah, I may do that tomorrow, John Q. But there's a lot of marsh over there. If you watch Corey's video, he flew over there. There's a lot of iffy land, I guess you would call it. It's not even really land. It's more of a marsh than anything. It's not like a pure beach, you know, with sand and stuff. It's not like that. Now the motor's down really low. I'm just idling. That's what would happen if your motor went out. I would coast just like that. Just glide really softly down to earth. That's all that happens, you know. Everybody's like, oh, what happens if your motor dies? Now, on a helicopter, that would be really bad. But on a paramotor, I mean, you got that wing above your head, so you just glide down. Yeah, exactly, dire thing. All those big houses and none of them had a pool. Well, Becca, since they're so close to the water, I mean, do they need a pool? I guess, but that's the airport up there just past the cotton field. You can see the single plane sitting out in the middle of the field. Luckily, I didn't get anywhere near that. Now, if your wing goes bad, you're a stone. That is true, Dom Long. Wings have to be checked every once in a while to make sure that the lines are in good shape and all that good stuff. And they're expensive, man. It's not like you just want to fork out for another wing. Most people just finance them, which is probably what I end up doing if I need another wing. Luckily, I can probably do that now. It was just so peaceful of a flight. I mean, I just can't describe to you guys. It's just, you're just cruising and enjoying the view. That's all it is. I think I get in close here and then I hit the gas and I go up fast because it almost looked like I was going to run into their cars, so I hit the gas and turned right real hard. This is right before I did my landing anyway. Oh, I guess it's over. Where'd you go? She disappeared. Why can't I delete that? Oh, there it is. Remove. I don't know where Munchkin went. She just decided, I'm out of here. It should be the first, second, third file on the 21st. 1, 2, no, 1.
I'll give you one guess where I went. Where do I usually go when I disappear?
The bathroom?
Yes. I forgot how to upload a photo. Yes.
See how big this makes this? This is ridiculous. I'm trying to readjust this window. Why don't it just have a fit screen button? Boom, done. Good bit. Not a little bit, but a good bit. And okay, I'll try it again. Trying to see if I can hear Munchkin. Let's try this one. Open link in new tab. Ah, there you go. Oh, look at that thing. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice, Cherokee. That's awesome. That's like a car with a wing above it. I think this is the one to that where I called Munchkin. I think. But at least it shows me using my brakes more. When is Munchkin taking her turn at flying the Weed Whacker?
Munchkin is not.
Yeah, she's made it pretty clear she has no intentions of flying and no desire to fly. I mean, I would help her if she decided she wanted to do it. I got no problem with that. She'd have to get her own machine. Just kidding. Like, damn that. Munchkin must. Wouldn't that be cool if she did?
No.
See, that motor, because it has the big prop on there and it's such a beefy motor, I'm just barely hitting the gas and it's keeping me at level flight. Just barely. I might be at 4,000 RPMs, maybe. Just cruising. Now I just gave a little more gas, which will give me a lot now. Cranking up the gas now, so it'll start to lift. There's somebody else flying way up in the top right. That's the other thing. You constantly got to be on the lookout, you know, for planes and other pilots, especially at fly-ins. Luckily, this is a small fly-in. If it was a big fly-in with like 100 people, the air's almost too congested and you don't want to fly because it's really dangerous. I mean, I know everybody likes hanging out, but it gets too dangerous with too many pilots in the air.
Where the hell did it go?
40 miles per hour max speed? Yeah, it's kind of weird about the max speed on a Cherokee. I mean, normally when you're flying, I'd say you're around 20 25, 26 miles an hour. But if you got a good wind, a tailwind coming behind you, that's say 20 miles an hour, you can get up to 40 something easy. I think my last flight, I can tell you my top speed when I actually did turn it on, because it recorded part of my flight, but only a little bit, which is weird. But all flights, there's my flight. So, oh, y'all can't see it. My max speed of that flight was 39 miles per hour. My average speed was 35. So my lowest speed was 32 miles per hour. See, but my max height was only 311 feet. That's because I turned this app on right when my battery was about dead on my phone.
That is where he was flying. All right, somebody help me, because my brain has stopped working. How do you take a picture and create a link to post? Like a screenshot. It's a screenshot.
You can do post image, you can do bit.ly. Where's the speedometer?
I don't remember how I used to do it.
It don't have a speedometer built into the Paramotor itself, Wally. You use the app on your phone, and it basically uses the GPS that's already built into your phone to get your speed. Yeah, Light Shot can take a picture. You can, you have Light Shot on your computer. Do you get a good breeze off the ocean? Kit Man, you'd be surprised.
I just downloaded it. Remember, my whole hard drive got wiped out. I ain't got shit.
When you're flying, you have a constant 20-mile-an-hour breeze blowing in your face. So not only do you have a nice breeze when you're in the air like that, but as you get higher, the temperature goes down. So if it's 90 degrees on the ground, you go up. Depending on how high you go, it gets cooler and cooler, because the sun does not heat the air. The sun heats the ground, and the ground in turn heats the air, which rises, which is what causes all those clouds and thermals and all that. So the higher you go, because the sun just passes right through air, it doesn't heat the air. So the higher you go, the colder it gets. There you go.
That was a bad thing to do. Hold on a second.
Yeah, I had Light Shot, and I used to be able to right click on it and just, once I've taken the screenshot and just upload it to a link, but I don't remember.
It was printimage.org or something like that.
No, I don't think I had that.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's a place you can put it.
Well, I didn't have to drag it anywhere. I just right clicked.
I'm pretty high right there. I'd say
me.
that's every bit of 1,400 feet right there. It didn't even sound like I did that long to get that high.
Don Q, there are no yachts out in that particular area. There's fishermen, fishing boats, trawlers. They're not really yachts.
Feels very nice up here compared to what it did on the ground.
I mean, even if y'all don't decide you want to fly or anything like that, at least you get to enjoy it through my eyes or my video, so it's pretty cool. Meteorologist Steve. Well, Timekeeper is funny because to do this sport, you gotta pretty much have a good understanding of weather. You gotta be a mechanic, because you have to work on these things too. So.
Yeah, but I used to just be able to right click on my screenshot and create the link right there without having to upload it anywhere or do anything to it. I would right click on it and create the link. I just don't remember.
You hit print screen and then you drag the square around the picture and then you...
I don't even need to do that. And yes, I'm aware of how to take a screenshot. What I used to have on here, I'm telling you, listen to me. Once I had the screenshot done, I could right click on it and create the link, so I could just cut and paste the link right there into YouTube or whatever. I don't remember what program that was. It worked with Light Shot though, but all of my shit is gone now. And it bugs me.
Yeah, see, that's the good thing about that, Kitman. Look at how many places I have to land if my motor. That's why I like that area. No matter where my motor would go out, I have a place to land. I have an out. That's why you don't want to fly in an area that has a real small landing zone when you're a beginner, for sure. I mean, after you get good at spot landings, sure, you could land in a smaller area, but this place, I mean, there's so many fields I could land in, it's ridiculous. I'd hate to have to walk from it, but luckily there's other people there, and you can call them and go, hey, you know, I'm over here, help, and they'll come help you. I think this is where I go down and I hit the gas and pull back up really hard. Maybe. I mean, for like a $11 microphone, it worked really good in the wind, I think. I mean, yeah, you can hear the motor noise, but you could still hear me over it really good. Coming in for a turtle. Not yet, Wally. That's way later video. This is one of the first videos. I was trying to get the one where I'm called Munchkin, but maybe I just don't know which one it is. I don't remember. The first video I took was the one where I thought I was going to take off, but I never did. I'm pretty sure there was a lot of cussing involved in that one, because I was mad.
Let's go higher, shall we?
All I would fear is power lines. John Q, that is a very real fear. But you can see there's like no power lines around there. There's one power line near the road, and that's the only one I saw. But like right now I'm looking at trees, but if you look over to the right, I could land right over there in that little field. Easy. I could coast down to that.
Yeah, what y'all are seeing, right, is pretty much
I played it earlier with thank you,
all of
Dolores.
the eastern shore. I mean, it doesn't. There's little tiny towns, but it's pretty much all of Florida.
Look at the little bitty car on the road. Holy moly. It is definitely fun, guys. I mean, I don't think I've ever had that kind of fun before, just being able to fly like that and go anywhere you want, pretty much. It's awesome.
No!
Thanks, Dom Long. Scuba could have left his mic on the ground, we'd still be able to hear him. Right?
Not wrong.
Even Mick laughed at that one. He's like, he's right. See, I wish I had that looks really high right there. And I have no idea how high I was because I didn't have the app going. Darn it. And that was the end of it. Okay, I'm going to stop playing videos now. But there, you get the gist. I didn't have the takeoff, unfortunately, so it is what it is.
Good night, Creed.
See you, Creed. Thanks for showing up. Yeah, all week I've been vaping. Thanks, Kit, man. All week I've been vaping the Blaze. I have not switched. I mean, I got 2 Blazes hooked up, both of them on Guar 21s, and just enjoying them. I hold the world record for vaping the highest. I don't know that for sure, Cloud Chucker. There are a lot of other vapors that do paramotoring. Barry, Scary Barry, he vapes. Now, I've never seen him vape in the air, but he rides a trike. He could definitely do it. And I don't know what height he flies at, but yeah, I mean, I'm sure if I went really, really high and vaped, then I'd have the record. But right now, I doubt that. You just never see anybody vape on camera, and I guess why is because you can't even see it. No matter what I do, I would have to turn, blow a cloud, and then turn back around where you could see the cloud floating in the air. That's the only way y'all would be able to see the. You've gone all mouth to lung. Say it ain't so, Mick. Mouth to lung. You know, Mick, I started. No, I won't say I started mouth to lung. Well, yeah, I did, but I instantly went to a dripper. And then after the dripper, I went to a K-Fun, which is mouth to lung. And I really enjoyed that K-Fun. The K-Fun to me was like the bee's knees of mouth to lung back in the day. I mean, we weren't building these giant fancy coils. They were just straight round coils. I don't know what Munchkin's eating, but
What?
she
Nothing?
shouldn't even be hungry right now. We mean nothing. You're eating them popcorn or chips.
No,
Mm-hmm.
I would never.
Have I gotten any new vape gear lately? Cloud Chucker. I don't think so. I mean, that's the newest thing I got was the blaze tanks. I haven't seen anything that's caught my eye at all. If there was, I would have got it. I've been so infatuated with the flight stuff that I haven't even looked up vape gear really, which is sad, honestly. I mean, I've been doing this way longer than flying, but you know, I try to, when I get into something, I'm like all into that. So it's like, I need this and this and this and this, and I got all this stuff for flying now, but I've almost got it all ironed out. I got a good helmet now that lets me record, make good videos. Once I get my landings down, which hopefully will happen tomorrow, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fly like 10 minutes and land. I'm gonna take off, fly 10 minutes and land. I'm gonna nail these landings.
Whose idea was that?
Even if it
touch and goes.
Well, yeah, you said touch and go. I don't know if I'm gonna touch and go though. I think I'm gonna fully land to where my wing comes down and everything. I could if you touch and go, you got to leave your motor running. That's the problem.
True.
So get a dead rabbit M. Cloud Chucker, that might be the next thing then. But see, don't you? Those are mesh coils, right? And you can't. Can you rebuild that thing? Does it come with mesh? Does it? How many does it come with? Oh, you found another Arbiter one. I still got mine, Mick. The Arbiter's a great tank. It really is. I mean, I can't complain with it. Where you can get replacement panels for your IP. Oh, I didn't tell y'all. The TV upstairs, I was watching YouTube on it. Boom, TV went slap out. So I now have it. This is the thing, right? It's not a new TV. It's like 4 years old. It's a TCL, so it's not like a. We got a Samsung down here, but the one upstairs is a TCL, and it's a 55-inch in the bedroom, and it's been doing weird stuff for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 months, to where I'll play a YouTube video and half the screen would be green or something. Good night. And then I would back out, go back into the video, it would play fine. So what was it? Last Friday or Saturday, I put it on a YouTube video. We were watching it, and the whole screen just went black. And then the front just started flashing a white light. And I was like, oh, that's not good. I was like, maybe it's taking an update, which they never do while you're watching the TV. But so I figured, oh, it's taking an update. I waited there like 10 minutes, and I'm like, this is no update. So I looked online to see if there's any troubleshooting guides. There was 2 things you can do. You can either unplug it for 30 seconds, which I waited a minute, and plug it back in, or you can push the reset button on the back, which I did, and hold for 10 seconds. And that did nothing. So when I did finally get the, what do you call it? I plugged it back in. Every time the light would flash on the front, you could hear the power supply part of the TV go bzzz, 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 every time the light would flash. So I had an option. Let me remove this thing so it stops staring at me in the face. I could either buy the one power supply board for $25, which is cheap. I give you that. Or I could pay $40 and get all the boards for the TV. The T-Con board, the power supply board, the tuner board, and the Wi-Fi card. All that for $40. I was like, screw it. I'll pay $40. It's going to fix that TV, be done. So I went the $40 option, which those parts are supposed to come tomorrow if everything goes right. Shop Jimmy sells a lot of TV parts. If y'all have a flat screen that goes bad, not the screen itself. Like if you crack your screen, you're pretty much screwed. But if it goes out from lightning or something like that, definitely, especially if it's an expensive TV, look on Shop Jimmy or another site, I mean, of your preference. And if you have any kind of electrical skills, you can replace those boards really easy and save yourself a lot of money fixing the TV. I've already fixed I don't know how many TVs from them going bad from lightning strikes. I even went and grabbed one when I first got here in Virginia. Somebody threw away like a 60-inch curved Samsung. And I was like, oh, this is perfect. Got it home. It looked perfect. But as soon as I plugged it in, you could see the screen was cracked. I couldn't see it while I was carrying it home. But once I got it to where the light was showing by, yeah, the screen was cracked. So I was just like, it's toast. Or you could get a real TV. There you go.
We'll save that for later.
20 mils of Nilla Nuts bridging the ICs. There you go, Dire Thing. Dire Thing's all technical. Yeah. I looked at the capacitors. Scott, none of them were puffed up or anything. Now, I could sit there and individually test every one of them, but it was so cheap to replace the whole board. I was like, screw it. It was already having problems with half the screen turning green, so I figured there is now a Blaze RDA single coil. Oh yeah, the RDA. I saw that, Jazzy. If I wanted to go the dripper route, which would be good, especially for Squonk. So I could take this, which I have the RDA that I got from Jazzy on top of here. This little guy here, which I got juice or something on my hand. This is just a little, what do you call it? The Pump Squonker by Dovepo. This is just basically a regular mech mod with a squonk button. That's it. But this Addy on top of it is absolutely fantastic. Because it's just a little single coil. Okay, it is flooded. I just poured a bunch of juice in there. That's way too much juice in there. One Up Adventure sent me another shirt also. So they sent me this shirt, which is basically like my wing. So it shows a guy on a paragliding actually next to a mountain that's the same colors as my wing. And then on the back, it has the BGD logo, which is what's on my wing, which is Bruce Goldsmith Design. BGD stands for Bruce Goldsmith Design. That's it. They said they would have sent it earlier, but they wanted to make sure I got the right size shirt, you know.
Well,
good for them.
Cool.
No. Yeah, the LG. Now, I really like the LGs, John Q. The LG A1, and I'm sure they got way better. The C1, I think it is. If I got another TV, it would have to have HDMI 2.1 on it. So that's what I'm looking for. A good flat screen TV with 2.1 HDMIs on it that supports, what's that thing? Jesus. I can't think of it. It's either your TV has it or it don't. It's to make the colors smooth and everything on it. I can't even think of the name of it right now. I don't know why it's totally HDR. Thank you, Scott. Yes, HDR. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. It's got to be able to support HDR and 2.1 HDMI and 120 hertz and I think that's it. Well, if it's 2.1, it's going to support that anyway. Oh, Dolores has links. I have 6 TV. I do have a lot of TVs, John Q. The problem with them is most of them are old. Vaporessa sent you the Lux X pod kit. So you like the pod kit? Oh, $33.99. And it's a 24-hour shipping. I like those, Dolores, because if you buy that, they ship it then like the next day. But I mean, it's still going to take you about 10 days,
Exactly,
14 days to get it. But yeah. There you go.
See, I like the way she thinks. If you can't remember it, you don't need it.
Well, true. I mean, well, the other TV that I hooked up, you know what was weird about that? That Samsung TV is old, but it's a Samsung.
It's filthy,
It had
though.
a better picture than the one we had on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Did it not? Okay, that's all I'm just trying to say. TVs do make a difference. The Samsung screen looks way better than that TCL. No question. I got bad news. I'm old too. Well, Dom Long, you have a point. You have a point. But by God, I can still run and get that wing up in the air and fly. So I'm not that old yet. All my stuff still works. That's how, that's the way I judge my life. Everything still works? Good. I mean, it may be a little broken, like my eyes, but that's about it.
He's got a lifetime supply of TVs, pretty much. Yeah. I mean, he's just sitting here staring at the ceiling, and I'm like, we have other TVs. We literally have like 3 TVs in this room alone. Just whip one out and set it up on the desk. It's currently on the floor right now because it's been sitting on the desk in front of my
Well,
computer.
because, okay, I mean, you can explain that the reason that
You did. It's right there.
Well, yeah, because the original one was mounted on the wall.
Yeah.
So I took it down, and the other one was sitting on the floor on a stand. I can't take the stand TV and put it on the wall without changing a bunch of stuff. So I just left the stand on it and put it on her desk. I can see the TV fine. It'll work temporarily until I get the parts for the other TV.
Parts. They're supposed to be here tomorrow.
Isn't it fun?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, like I said,
$40
the part.
for the 3 different boards that you can replace is way better than.
How many TVs have I got all together?
A lot.
Are you counting the smaller monitors that we play video games on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 that I know of. There might be 9. Yeah.
There's one under our bed. There's one right here. There's one back here leaning up against that we're waiting on parts for. There's one on the wall downstairs. There's one on your desk that you use as a monitor. There's one that I use as a monitor.
Yeah, and then there's a smaller black one too. Yeah. Let's just say 20. Dumb. Yeah, exactly. Matter of fact, the monitor I've been using, or the TV I've been using for a computer monitor, is a Vizio TV. Now, this Vizio is a 3D model, which I don't use the 3D part of it anyway, but I've had this TV for God knows how long.
My first 55-inch was a 3D TV.
Mm-hmm.
It was, I think it was $600 and some odd dollars for the 55-inch of a 3D TV.
Well, the
same TV that was non-3D was well over $1,000. And I'm like, why would I'll just get the 3D TV. I don't have to wear the glasses all the time. The TV still works without it.
My watch is telling me to stand up.
Because I found out not only do you need, for a 3D TV, do you need to wear them stupid glasses all the time, you actually also have to buy the 3D receiver, which I didn't even bother with.
I can call them all on one hand. 10. Yeah. Yeah, and Dolores is like, yeah, that's 7 too many. No, there's other people in this house. We can't survive on one TV. There's no damn way.
I'm surprised the girls haven't.
You want a 4K HDR
in their room.
At 50-inch? Okay, this is the thing, Cloud Chucker. Number one,
I don't think they make a 50.
3D is not really a thing
and
anymore.
55.
But if you were going to get
No.
something 3D, the bigger the better. If you're doing 3D, because you won't get immersed unless it's a big, big TV. You'd have to get 65 or bigger if you're doing 3D.
If you don't plan on watching it in 3D, make sure that you're watching it straight on and not at an angle, or it'll look weird.
So otherwise, it depends on your room. How far away are you going to be away from the TV? If you're going to be only 5 or 6 feet away from the TV, you don't need a really big TV, because then it's too much. If you have to turn your head to see the full picture, it's too big.
If you have to watch tennis on your TV like this, it's too big.
Yeah, it's too big. So, but if you're 12, 15 feet away from the TV, yeah, getting a bigger TV obviously would help. LG makes really good flat screen TVs. So does Samsung. Sony makes good ones, but they charge a lot more for them. Honestly, I would stick with.
You got a Costco or Sam's Club membership? They put them on sale all the damn time.
So about 10 feet. So yeah, I wouldn't say 50-inch. I would go 55.
Do they even make 50-inch TVs? I thought it was
Yeah, they
went
do.
from like 47 to 55.
They have weird. They got
And then the
49-inch
65.
TVs. It's weird. I would go with 55 is really cheap right now.
And a lot of the Costco's
Really cheap, Cloud
and
Chucker.
Sam's Club, depending on how much you spend, they don't make you use your membership. If you spend enough money, you don't have to have the membership.
That was pretty cool when Scuba turtled. Yeah, I totally turtled. You know what, though? I'm not scared to share it with you guys. I know a lot of YouTubers like Tucker Gott. Do you think he would show you if he turtled? Hell no.
Not now, no. Maybe
No.
back in the day he would have.
Yeah. I got no problem showing mistakes. I mean, that's all a part of learning. Hell, I think that was great for my 3rd flight ever.
I thought it was hilarious.
That's pretty damn good. Oh, you're welcome, Cloud Chucker. I mean, do your due diligence on TVs. You have LED, LCD. Also check the megahertz of the TV. You got 60 megahertz, 120
and
megahertz.
if you don't wear your glasses when you watch TV, don't bother with I need super high def, super high resolution. It ain't gonna fucking look any clearer to you anyway, so don't bother.
Well, thank you, Tiger. I mean, I tried. The landing is going to come. I think maybe my next landing will be good. I'm hoping. I'm going to flare a little earlier. This is the problem. Let me see if y'all can get in my brain here for a minute.
Oh Lord.
When you go to land, right? If you flare too early, what happens is you come in, and let me get this where I can see what I'm doing on the camera here. So if you flare too early, you come in and you hit your brakes, and say the ground's here, right? If you flare too early, you'll come in and you'll balloon up. And then when you pause, you'll come down. And it's pretty much like jumping off a 10-foot roof. Boom, you come straight down. What I've been doing, I'm scared of doing the balloon thing. Now, what you're supposed to do, if you come in too high and you flare, you don't let off the brakes. You hold them at that same level. So you'll come in and level out and slowly come down. Then you finish out your flare. And then you land on the ground softly. What I've been doing, I'm so scared of ballooning, is I'm waiting and I'm flaring, but too close to the ground. So the very bottom of my cage is catching the ground. That's why I kind of scuffed it a little bit. My legs touched, but so did the bottom. That cage hangs down pretty low on that paramotor. So I scuffed a little bit, threw my strobe light off, but I didn't hurt anything on the paramotor. So, yeah. So if you want to use it on the Xbox, if you have the newer, Xbox Series X, try to find a TV with HDMI 2.1. It may, even if it only has one HDMI 2.1 input, you're good to go. Because unless you have Xbox Series X and a PlayStation 5, then you might need more than one input. But other than that, you only need one. Boom, boom, you're good to go. because the regular TV don't run HDMI 2.1. It's just, no. Now, what I was going to say is, when you're looking at the TVs, you have OLED, QLED, LCD, LED. Now, the OLED and the QLED are going to get a lot more expensive because there's edge-lit TVs and then there's full backlight TVs. Now, what that does is the edge light ones only have LEDs around the edge, which lights up the entire screen. The full backlight ones or the QLED TVs, every little pixel on that TV has its own light in it. So when one turns off, it's completely black. So you get much better blacks on those TVs. That's why they're more expensive. So, and then you have the Neo whatever TVs. Those are the same thing. So the best thing you could do if you go inside a Sam's Club or a Costco or a Best Buy, look at the TVs. Look at which one has the best picture. Then ask them, hey, does this have HDMI 2.1? If it has what you want and it has all the features, go for it, man. Because I already know if it's a cheap TV, it's not going to be in one of them stores. I mean, Walmart will have the real cheap ones, but if you go in a decent store, I mean, usually Costco and Sam's Club carry pretty decent TVs. The warranty is kind of, it depends on how much they want to charge for it. It's great having a warranty if it's covered by the actual manufacturer or somebody that's actually going to get somebody out to fix the TV. If you have to go through a third party, I would not do that warranty at all. Because then you got to argue with them and try and get somebody out there to fix your freaking TV. Screw that. But yeah, they've come way down in price. I was looking at TVs like 55 inches for like $300. The best time to buy a TV is either Black Friday or right before Super Bowl. Those are the cheapest prices on TVs. It just always has been that way. So if you can wait a little while for Black Friday in November, that's when you can get the best deal on the TV. Because that's the next one coming up. After that, it's Super Bowl time. That's when the TVs, because everybody goes, all the big sports fans go buy TVs, so they reduce the prices so people will come buy them. And they do.
What about the couple days after the Super Bowl when everybody returns the TVs?
Right. Then you have the open box sales.
Box.
Yeah. Do they make props like handheld fans that light up and show a picture? They do, Dom Long. They
Why
do
are you
make.
gonna even bring something like that up? No.
You're
You're not buying anything else.
No, those props are way more expensive than a standard prop, but they show all kinds of pretty pictures on the props. Mine would have to be really specially made because it's a bigger prop than most props. I think the biggest one they make is a 130, and mine is a 140, so they'd have to special make that prop, which would make them charge me even more money, and But yeah, they make some really cool. They're really cool to look at. But I mean, the only time you're going to see them is when you fly really early in the morning before sunrise, or you fly the 30 minutes that you get after sunset. That's it. I mean, the lights are rarely used. I mean, that strobe light that I got is probably only getting used mainly at night. I think in the morning, I know the sun's coming up, so depends on if it's still a little bit dark, then I would turn it on. Yeah, but I don't have any desire to fly in the dark because you can't judge the ground distance. And when you come into land, you need to be able to see the ground or the horizon period. So, yeah. Yeah, you have. Now, that's the thing, Dom Long. If you don't have a strobe light, you have to land at sunset. If you have a strobe light on your paramotor, you're allowed legally to fly up to 30 minutes after sunset. And I mean 30 minutes. If you go 31 minutes, you're breaking the law. So I've seen people go to the last second before they land. And it's like, yeah, you're pushing it, dude. you don't want to be up there when it's dark anyway. I mean, planes need to be able to see you, helicopters, all that good stuff.
Good night, Cloud Chucker.
Yeah, have a good weekend, Cloud Chucker. Hopefully, maybe I'll have some video for you guys tomorrow. I gotta see how early I can get Munchkin up. She don't like getting. She is not a morning person, even though she gets up early for work every morning.
And I hate every fucking second of it.
But you know, maybe if we stop by Starbucks or something, she'll be more motivated. I'm scared
That
to go
might
there
get me out of the house.
because it messes with my stomach.
Well, it messed with your stomach because you didn't eat.
Oh, we have to eat and go to Starbucks. I got you.
Well, I wouldn't advise drinking Starbucks on an empty stomach. No, it's too much caffeine.
All right, y'all have a great weekend. I promise you guys, my next flight, I will get the takeoff on the GoPro. If I have to triple check my phone, I'm going to make sure it's recording, which, matter of fact, I need to charge the batteries on. I'm glad I just reminded myself. So that, and then I probably need to make room on the card so that I can have room to do it. But you guys have a great weekend. Hopefully, next week maybe I'll find something vape related that I can talk about. I mean, I know we just talked about paramotors and TVs tonight, didn't we? But don't break anything. Yeah, especially myself, darn thing. I don't want to break myself. But it's pretty safe. I mean, the flying thing, I've gotten every bit of safety equipment I could possibly get. Everything's brand new. I'm good to go. Y'all guys have a great weekend. We'll catch you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Night.
Night.